So there are plans to move forward now on full implementation on the Manbij roadmap, as we called it earlier. Turkish and U.S. forces will cooperate on the ground to remove terrorist groups from the area. What about the YPG?
Well, this is why the Manbij roadmap agreement between the United States and Turkey is so important. The first coordinated patrols between the Turkish military and the U.S. military in the North Aleppo countryside, very close to the Turkish border, that began on June 18th. Now we're looking at joint training with Turkish military officers and American military officers that would soon lead to a joint patrol on the ground, U.S. soldiers and Turkish soldiers, in an area that was once dominated by the PKK terror group's Syrian affiliate, the YPG. So this is part of a wider agreement between Turkey and the United States to eventually clear the entire northern part of Syria of the PKK's presence. And if it's successful, this Manbij roadmap will hopefully, according to Turkish officials, be implemented in other parts of Syria, in the eastern parts of Syria, where the YPG and the PKK still maintain a significant amount of presence on the ground there. So it seems some progress being made here in terms of the cooperation on the ground in northern Syria between Turkey and the United States, and that will probably be leaving the YPG sweating a little bit to see this level of cooperation militarily progress with Turkey and the United States, which also recognizes the PKK as a designated terror group.
Right. And then there is the persistent issue that Ibrahim Kalin addressed, that Turkey feels it's carrying far too much of the burden for the humanitarian crisis that's been created by the Syrian conflict. So what is Turkey pushing for now?
Well, Turkey is pushing for an increase in international humanitarian donors and presence in terms of supporting humanitarian programs throughout northern Syria and the northern Syrian countryside, and eventually into Idlib. I was just there on the border, on the Turkish-Syrian border, not too long ago, and speaking with Syrian NGO groups on the ground, they told me that a number of international humanitarian donors had pulled out of northern Syria. So it's a matter of burden sharing. Turkey is looking for the international community to provide some humanitarian support on the ground in an area that Turkey has cleared from Daesh, from the PKK, and from other terror groups. So in order to build on that success on the ground, you really need international donors to come in with their humanitarian assistance to help supporting the Syrian people on the ground in order to prevent terror groups from re-emerging in a crucial part of Syria.
Very important. Okay, Oubai, thank you so much for that.